DeMonD the movie is an amazing action movie, which was first published in 2021. The director of this movie is Antonio Hutton. The author has brought out an extraordinary type of competition here. A battle between two brothers in heaven for the cup of Hades. The most interesting thing is the appearance of a human among the two heavenly combatants. And he is learning to fight for good. If you watch the whole movie, you will understand how balance of humanity is in the hands of this immortal battle. So without further ado, let's go to the main discussion. Hello movie lovers. How are you all? Today I am going to explain a 2021 action movie called DeMonD the movie. Sit back and enjoy this video. The movie is going to be very interesting, so stay with us. At the beginning of the movie, we see two boys walking around a magical cup. One of them wants to touch it, but another said, there are evils in it that cannot be handled. Then they got scared and left the place after the snakes bit one of the boys. So guys, have you understand what the magical cup of Hades can do? If you understand, let us know in the comment box and hit the like and subscribe button. In the first scene, we see a gentleman named Carl Sims introducing himself. He spends his day like a normal person. He is a little special because he is a ninja master and master at other form of karate like Chinese boxing. And he has been doing American boxing for 20 years. He began this journey when he was young. And today he is a master of many fighting styles. Then we see him showing some boxing techniques to his dojo. His techniques are pretty cool. And the students were watching it very attentively. He is a great talent. Then he said to the children, I want you to practice your katas. The students understood and started practicing. Carl then teaches his students hand-to-hand combat. He told Travstar, I want to show the students some technique and balance. Did you enjoy the demonstration? The kata students was happy and appreciate him. Then he said I want to practice together. He told Travstar to finish the technique lesson. After that, they started to practice, and after Master Carl gave theme direction. One of the themes was smiling, and he said don't smile so much, it's creepy, focused on practice. Carl then turned on his cell phone hologram. Then came a student named Slooby and asked him about practice. Slooby said I'm trying to practice katas but I'm getting something wrong. Then he said she needed more practice and time. Just then a student walks behind them and fall hard on the floor. They all shared a laugh at that time. And Master said no blood no foul and don't laugh. And then Carl tell her to go home and student yell all right sensei, see you later. And he said to come to the class on time. Other students are still practicing. But Carl was getting ready to leave for the day. He says another lesson learned. After that, he planned to go home and cook and watch TV and get refreshments. After that, he looked out the window and saw a man hurt, but he couldn't help because of the law would not allow him. Because his hand are register weapons and he doesn't have permission to stop crime. In the next scene, we can see the amazing architecture castle and authentic design that's not on the earth, it is in the heaven. We now see two brothers Zunder and Vikling are talking about the cup of Hades. Both are talking about the cup, who will be the future owner of the cup. They said we both train hard. But Vikling is saying that Zunder shouldn't get the cup because of his weak shoulders. After that, Zunder said no, I'm more responsible, he must give it to me. Vikling said it's not your time, it's mine. I am the champion of all the competitions like running, jumping, and fighting. Both compare each other on who is better. Vikling is laughing and says brother, you wouldn't be able to beat me, Zunder. Zunder is the younger brother of Viking. And then they meet their father and says let's see who father chooses. King Ionis, father of Zunder and Vikling, said approach me. He said to step forward my sons, and says why you are polluting my skies that I produce for the earth's people. We want to know who will inherit the cup of Hades. I will give it to who I think is more responsible. He also said that the cup is very dangerous and must be protected. I will give it away when you are strong enough and can protect millions of people. I know you both have power and ability. Vikling, you have the power of control wind, rain, and whatever falls from the sky. On the other hand, Zunder has the power to control thunder and lightning. You both are a responsibility with the powers given to you by the gods. Don't talk about the cup. You will never know when you can't get it. Let's listen to my story on how I got this cup. The monster named BL had lots of power and skill. He told me that I couldn't ever beat him and couldn't get the cup. The gods' army went to war with BL, but he was more powerful than us. Then we started to attack BL, but BL stopped us. He sent more power than us, but we continued our fight. He was laughing at us and my partner said BL, you coward. He sends a nuclear boom and a monster. We fought against them but we couldn't stand a chance, but we said never to give up. Then the gods' army sent more angels and we won, but BL said this fight isn't over. Then the BL flew away and I got the cup from the Earth God. That was my story. I said you boys need more responsibility, but if I had to give the cup to someone it would be Zunder. So Zunder may the future owner. Vilking was so enraged at that time and left the palace. He said I'm the stronger and faster and superior, but father didn't give me the cup. He chose him over me. Okay. I will show Zunder. I should have power to control the universe and I will kill Zunder. Then he decided to need more power to destroy his brother. He said he would make a team and mold them and make them work with him in his brother's destruction. After that, he goes to the Earth. After he arrived on the Earth, he made a 5-member team named the 5 Phobias. They were very stronger. Their names are Raz, Palsy, Khan, Erupt, and Ruin. At first they can't agree to fight against his brother, but Vikling forced them to fight. And now they work for him because of his power and control. After that, he came back to the sky. And started fighting against Zunder. Zunder got mad and threw a lightning bolt at them, but it missed and went toward Earth. On Earth, Ninja Master Carl Sims was walking home alone, but suddenly Zunder's lightning bolt strikes him. Master Carl died at that time. In the sky, Zunder also lost his fight, so he decided to see who he struck on Earth on mistake and save him. Then Zunder sees that a man is reduced to ashes because of his lightning bolt. He immediately took him back to King Enos to save his life. Then Zunder tells his father that he needs help. But his father is asking him about the mess outside and what is happening in heaven. Zunder said Vikling attacked me with 5 monsters and during the battle I struck an Earthman on accident. But his father agreed to help save the Earthman. He said I told you stop picking with your brother and no fighting with him. Elsewhere in the castle, Vikling and his 5 phobias attack Castle Arius. And almost his grandmother. Zunder tells King Enos everything that was happening with this Earthman. Zunder also said that his brother created a 5 team members who were trying to steal the cup and they attempted to kill me. Father was angry. Palsy and Ruin killed the heaven soldiers and danced. They wanted to show who is stronger. Viking said to keep going and keep quiet. After that, they arrived in front of the cup's room, where there were 3 soldiers trying to defend the cup. Elsewhere in the castle, King Enos began to start the recovery process for Carl. The brain is still active and he can't understand where he is. Everywhere there is lots of light and he said, am I dead or alive? Where am I? In a dream, he meets with an afterlife man. And he sees all of his family and friends. He sees his life flash before her eyes. An angel named Sun told him about the first angelic war for the cup of Hades. BL and his demons against the angels. It was a war to decide the fate of mankind based on good and evil. Now Carl realized that his brain has 100 doors. Each door has a different skill set. When he can complete all the skills of 100 doors, he will become a powerful angel with and same power level as BL. King Enos is upset because Carl's body is in bad condition, and he didn't know how long he will be alive. King Enos tried his best to save him. In another scene, we can see that Vikling and his team is destroy everything. King Enos said that this human still has his brain and memory. In Carl's dream, we can see him fight against his shadow self. And challenged a tree. But he can't win because they are from heaven and powerful. Then he said I got to go and leave the place. So he ran away. Zunder came and tried to touch him, but King Enos said do not touch him. He covered his body with cloth and warp around his waist and legs. And another cloth is put on his chest. With that they stabilized his body and saved his life. After that, we see a chemical reaction in his body. Meanwhile, Carl enters another door in his dreams. He faces another fighter in water where he earns the power of water, and wind, which was his reward from Sun. Sun then tell him there is a second angelic war coming and he should choose his side wisely. Next scene we can see Vikling saying that we made too much noise, father maybe here any second, be quiet. Meanwhile Carl woke up and asked where am I? At that time Zunder said there is no time to explain. Let's go. Come with me and fight against my brother. Zunder started a fight against his brother's 5 phobias. They made too much noise fighting. They decided that everyone disband before King Enos found out. In that time Zunder started the training with the Carl. Zunder started teaching him how to fight angelic style. They practice more punching and kicking. Zunder taught Carl how to pick up boulders. Elsewhere Vikling also trains the 5 phobias and increases their power. Zunder was disappointed because Carl couldn't control the lightning properly. He tried many times after that and finally learned to control the power. Zunder showed Carl how much power and control he had by carving his picture on the stone wall. Zunder is happy about the progress. Carl progressed very well and maintains his fighting style and power properly. That looks very good. Then he teaches how to fly and fight. They practice hard and train to fight by sparring between themselves. Elsewhere, we can see that Vikling finished his training with the 5 phobias, so he took them back to Castle Arius to steal the cup. He stole the cup and destroyed the palace room where the cup was. Then Zunder also returned home and attacks Vikling. A battle broke out between all of them. During the fight, Vikling is hit by Carl's lightning bolt and his anger names Carl, DeMonD. Through the power of the cup of Hades, the 5 phobias Zunder had defeated the cup restore them, and made them much stronger. A massive war broke out that shook the heavens. It was a great and hard-fought battle. During the battle, King Aeneas is seen reading a book, where DeMonD is mentioned, and now he notices a disturbance outside. Outside, the war rages on. They all continues trying to defeat each other with their powers. Many small battles ensue, and at one point the cup falls out the sky and into a cave on earth. Palsy and Khan jumps off the cloud to retrieve the cup. DeMonD then follows. There is also a battle to retrieve the cup. It can be seen that they met with the demon Ant King in the middle of Earth and started a fierce battle. Khan and Palsy retrieve the cup and headed back to Castle Arius. DeMonD follows them back also. The battle continues until King Aeneas was heard saying, "Punishment is your only reward." Then the King Aeneas himself comes and fights with everyone in the battle. King Aeneas captures his sons and sends them away to the Mormen's field for punishment. Khan steals the cup and takes off into deep space. Raz, Ruin, Palsy and Erupt jumps out the cloud and runs to Earth. King Aeneas tells DeMonD he is now tasked with retrieving the cup and protecting it. DeMonD goes to Earth. On Earth, DeMonD fought the remaining 5 phobias and is beating everyone. Eventually everyone ran away. But by then DeMonD realizes that he has come home to Earth. He is now tasked to protect the Earth and find the cup of Hades. But before he starts, he decides to go home and reflect about what has happened to him. This beautiful movie ends here. How was the movie? Hope you enjoyed it. You can watch it on YouTube under the name DeMonD the Movie. Please like and subscribe. Let me know which movie's explanation you want to watch in a comment. Make sure to subscribe for the next videos. Till then, goodbye.